A Jewish man every once in a while absolutely needs a piece herring, a nice, moist piece herring. It's a feeling. You gotta have it. This man goes into Rothbard's delicatessen, where he's been eating for years, and he sits down and he says to the waiter, "I need a piece herring." The waiter says, "You got a Jewish feeling for a piece herring?" He says, "Yes." He says, "I'll take care of you wonderfully." And he goes into the kitchen and he comes back with a silver tray with a silver top on it, and he takes it off, and there is a dried up, smelly fish with his head sticking up and his eye on. And the man says, "How could you do this to me? I told you I needed a fine piece herring. Oy, I'm wounded." And he gets up and he walks out. The next day, the same feeling is stimulating him. Around noontime, he says, "All right, the Rothbards will do better today." He goes in, he sees the same waiter. He says, "What you did for me yesterday was a terrible thing. Now today, I want a fine, moist piece herring. I'll take care of you, sir." He comes back with the same kind of tray, and he lifts it off, and it's the same dried up herring. Look at that. This time, he says, "This is enough. I have been insulted 2 times. I'm going. I'm not coming back. Goodbye." And he stamps out. And the next day, the same necessity for having a good piece herring attacks him in the heart and in the stomach. He goes to Cohen's. He says to the man, the waiter at Cohen's, "I was in the Rothbards for years." He tells him the whole story about the disappointment of the herring. And the man says, "This is a cruel thing to do to a fine gentleman like yourself. I will bring you a piece herring. They're selecting the finger. You'll lick your fingers." He comes back from the kitchen with the same tray, and he lifts it up the tray, and it's the same herring. And the herring pops up its head and says, "Aha, I see you're not eating by Rothbards anymore."